Hello, Professor. This is Luca, and for my week two assignment, I chose the 1 hour project. The 1 hour project asks us about identify 1 hour in our life in which we did something incredibly meaningful, and an experience incredibly meaningful that I chose, and it's the best experience of my life. It was the victory of the European Championship under 17 in 2019. And first of all, before talking about that game, that specific game, the final against Spain, I want to just talk a little bit about the European Championship and what happened before the European Championship. I was, I think, 17, and I was playing for the Italy junior national team of water polo. And after an entire summer of practicing, um, 3 days before the departure for Tbilisi, Georgia, that is the place that which we played this European Championship, our head coach died of an heart attack. It was really devastating for all the staff, the other coaches, and especially for us athletes, the death of our head coach. And I really I don't want to talk a lot about this because I can't find the words, really the good words to talk about it. I just want to go back on the 1 hour um, experience, best experience, really meaningful experience that I had in my life. And this 1 hour was the final of this European Championship, Italy against Spain. We won this final 10-6, yeah, and obviously it was a great final. And just to explain you how a water polo game works, there are 4 quarters of 8 minutes each, and obviously the game is not 32 minutes, but it is at least 1 hour because you have to count all the timeouts, all the break between a quarter and another, and all the interruptions. So it is 1 hour game. And like the emotions that I felt during the game were a lot, especially during, after, before. But I want to focus on the emotions that I felt during the games, and especially like the 1 or 2 minutes after the game that are included in this hour experience. And there were happiness, joy, suffering, sadness. And if you like ask me if I had like fear or anxiety during the game, my answer is no, because me and all my teammates, we were playing for only one specific goal, winning that game for our head coach, and we wanted really to win that game, that championship. Um, for the only reason was because we wanted to do it for our head coach, because it was a really it was not fair that he wasn't there with us to participate at that fantastic European Championship, and so this is the main reason. The atmosphere during the game was incredible, was really awesome. There were a lot of people watching us, at least 500, and obviously there was a live stream, and all my friends, my parents, my ex-girlfriend were watching me, and probably they were really proud of me because winning that European Championship was a really important thing. And I want to talk about the two most important emotions that I felt during that game, and like I said, the minutes after that game. And obviously there are happiness and sadness. Happiness, obviously, because playing water polo, I love my sport, and especially if I play at that type of that kind of level. It was a really high level, the European Championship final against a team like a really good team like Spain. So I was really happy about that. And then obviously the happiness was in the minutes after the game, and not only obviously because we won the championship. We That was our main goal, to dedicate the victory to our head coach that died 3 days before. And and it was really awesome. Sadness because obviously, especially during the national anthem, I was crying because me and not only like me, all my teammates were crying because we were thinking about the coach, and sadness obviously at the end of the game, in the minutes after the game, because we won, yeah, but our coach was not there to celebrate with us that fantastic victory, uh, and so these were the two most important emotions that I felt. At one point during the game, if I remember good, it was after the second quarter, in the long break between the second and the third quarter. We were up by two, and I just remember that this scene that I turned around and I saw all my teammates all together, and we were not only teammates and friends, we were like a big family all together, because we wanted to achieve the only important goal, that was winning the final, for to dedicate the victory to our dead head coach. And it was really awesome, especially because I can say that still now, after I think 2 years, yeah, from that final, I still obviously always text my friends from that national team. We are still friends, and we were like a really big family, and that was the most incredible thing that I really recognized during that game and during that hour. And really something that is it is something that is really difficult to describe with only words, and sometimes I think that I'm really happy that I played that hour final. I'm really sorry, not happy, I'm really lucky that I played that final, and it was really the most important experience, and the most meaningful hour of my life. So, Professor, I really hope you enjoy my experience, my story, and especially because, like I told you, it's the most meaningful hour that I had in my life, and I'm really proud all the time that I talk about this experience. I'm really proud about it because, like I told you, it was a really special game, a really special championship, and it's something um, that doesn't happen every day, especially because of what happened with our coach. And so, like I said, I'm really proud of this experience and of this final that I played.